They told me not to smile back, a horror story from Siquijor. Disclaimer. This story is entirely fictional and created for entertainment purposes only. It is not based on real people or events. I visited the Philippines last year, a solo trip to escape the stress of life and maybe rediscover something deeper. I didn't plan on visiting Siquijor. I had only vaguely heard of it, a quiet island whispered about in passing, stories of healing, magic, and things not meant to be seen. But when I mentioned it to a local in Dumaguete, her eyes lit up. "Beautiful place," she said. "Just don't go looking for what doesn't want to be found." I laughed it off, thinking it was just superstition. The ferry to Siquijor was calm, the air warm, the ocean glistening. The moment I arrived, I felt watched. Not in a threatening way, more like the island itself was aware of me. The people were kind, smiling. Children waved. Elders nodded with silent respect. I stayed in a small homestay near the woods, run by a woman named Mary Lou. She made amazing food and told me if I heard noises at night, not to answer the door unless I was sure it was her. I didn't ask questions. I didn't want to seem rude. The first night, I slept hard, jet lag. But the second night, I woke up to soft tapping on my window. Not knocking, tapping. I was on the second floor. I sat up, disoriented, and looked outside. There was a woman standing on the tree branch just outside my window, in a white dress, with the widest smile I've ever seen. Her eyes weren't focused on me, they stared through me. And she didn't blink. I ducked down, heart racing, trying to convince myself it was a dream. The next morning, I asked Mary Lou if anyone else stayed nearby. She stopped stirring her coffee and stared at me. "Did you smile back?" "No," I said, but I wasn't sure. She nodded, slowly. "Good. If you do, she thinks you're inviting her in." I tried to laugh it off, but she didn't smile. "Don't leave salt at the window tonight," she added. "Leave ash." The third night, I stayed awake. I couldn't help it. Every creak in the house, every rustle outside, made my chest tighten. Around 2 a.m., I heard her again, not tapping this time, but scraping. Her nails against the glass. This time, I didn't look. I just lay there, paralyzed, praying for dawn. The scraping stopped. Then I heard her whisper, so faint I thought I imagined it. "I know you're awake." I stayed in bed until sunlight spilled through the curtain. When I finally got the courage to look, the glass was fogged over, and drawn into the mist was a smiley face. I left that day. Mary Lou packed me a bag of dried herbs and whispered a blessing over me before I left. "You didn't smile," she said. "So she'll leave you alone." But not everyone gets that lucky. As I boarded the ferry, I looked back at the island. It was still, peaceful, like nothing ever happened. The people were warm. The island was kind. But something there was waiting for a reason to follow me home. I never gave it one.